I am back on YouTube. I got a new camera. I'm not using it though. I'm using Damien's webcam. Can you believe that 2 weeks away from vlogs, and this is like my third take doing this vlog. I feel like a fucking vlog virgin again. Anyway, yeah, I've been MIA from the YouTube world for approximately 2 weeks. My camcorder finally kicked the bucket, which is unfortunate, but it had it coming because it's one of those cheap-ass $20 Vivitar cameras that works off of AAA batteries. You can kind of see the de-evolving of the camcorder in all of my videos because they start off decently bright and slowly but surely they start turning green in the footage as if I were the Hulk or the She-Hulk, better yet. So, yeah, I do have another camcorder. It's still in the box. I'm working out how everything works with it. So in the meantime, I'm using Damien's webcam. I had to adjust all the color settings because before it was like terrible. A lot, I guess, has been going on since I've taken my YouTube break, I guess you could say. So of course there's going to be a lot to cover in this. First of all, I am recording this on a Saturday night. Tonight is Saturday, March 2nd, Dr. Seuss's birthday. I did have other things planned to do tonight. I couldn't decide whether or not I was going to sit around and finish reading the first Percy Jackson book, which I'm so digging, or if I should further read the Skyrim Bible to figure out exactly how I want my character to be and what skill set I want it to have. Yes, I get that in depth. Or if I should just jump into like Dragon's Dogma and do some gaming. But alas, cable TV was like, no, because Empire Records and Dazed and Confused are both on at the same time, so I'm clicking the channels back and forth between Empire Records and Dazed and Confused. Give me a good old 90s movie just to ruin all my plans, right? Now, the most recent thing that has happened, which I find completely nutty, is that the Call Me, Book Me parody song that I wrote and put up on YouTube in around September-ish started going viral again this past week, thanks in huge part to Joey Image posting it and a bunch of people seeing it that hadn't seen it before and sharing it, and they got shared on this webpage on Facebook called You Are Not Getting Booked, which is huge in the independent wrestling world. So the feedback on it's been amazing. I mean, it had amazing feedback to begin with, but to hear so many people say that it needed to be said in that song, that's what everybody's thinking, was just amazing. I mean, one of the things that I pride myself on right now is that since I am not in the wrestling business anymore, I can actually say what I want to a limit because I don't want anything ever reflecting on Damien. And a lot of people in the wrestling business misconstrue being bitter for being truthful, because now that I'm not in wrestling and I can say what I want and I can say how I really felt, or I actually can tell a story the way it really happened as opposed to sugarcoating it because I didn't want to burn bridges, people think I'm actually being bitter about wrestling when the honest to God's truth is I'm being honest now. You know, I can blatantly say I don't fucking like that person. I never have. That's not me being bitter. That's me being honest. Sorry. So, to the bunch of new subscribers because of the parody, and to the bunch of friends I now have on Facebook, I thank you. Welcome. I hope you stay because I'm not in wrestling anymore. Not everything I do is about wrestling, so hopefully everything else that I put on YouTube and everything else I talk about on Facebook is, you know, enough for you guys to stick around and be like, hey, she's pretty cool. I'm actually just a complete dumbass, so hopefully you guys stick around. Now for the wrestling people, there are other wrestling parodies I do have in mind. I started writing them months ago and I just pulled them back out. Lyrically, they're there. It's just a matter of finding that right song. Like, Call Me Book Me was easy because everybody and their mother knew Call Me Maybe. You either knew it because you hated it or you knew it because you loved it, and it has that catchy hook that sometimes you can't help but sing along to. So I need to find the next song that has that same love to hate, hate to love quality before I can go about with making another one. So there are more to come. It's just going to be a while. Also, in the other playlists that I have are some things I've done with wrestling when I was a part of it. Not a whole lot, because they're all still on VHS and I gotta convert them to DVD and put them onto YouTube. The really sucky part is all the good things that I've done were never recorded. It's like I compare my wrestling career to the tree that falls in the woods. You know, if a tree falls in the woods and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, my wrestling career is a lot like that, because I've done some badass things. I've wrestled some really good matches against some really great people. I've done some kick-ass spots that I'm super proud of, but no one would videotape it. So there is really no proof of it happening unless you were in the audience. So that's how I often compare my career to. You know, if I say it happens, but there's no proof of it happening, did it happen? You know? So check all those things out. I'm sure eventually one day I'll get around to putting everything else up on YouTube. One of the other most controversial things and causes that I've been a part of has been the Deadpool web series from Blinky Productions. You know, for those of you who do not know, the Deadpool web series was a non-profit, non-monetized fan film from Blinky Productions starring my husband as Deadpool, and Marvel had it taken down due to copyright infringement. Yet there are a million of other Marvel fan films on YouTube. Marvel fan films that actually are still going right now and are making profits and have set up Kickstarters and Indiegogo accounts to, you know, get their production going. But, you know, Marvel took them down. We've been fighting to at least try to get it back, or at least get the rest of the episodes going. To my understanding, the Deadpool web series is on hiatus until things settle down. Marvel had said that Blinky Productions should not be making fan films. And they did not like what he was doing with the Deadpool character. To which I say, oh nay nay. Did Marvel see what Fox did to Deadpool in the Wolverine Origins movie? Did they not like what that was about? And if you're going to sit there and say they didn't like how Deadpool was being portrayed, well, maybe Marvel should go back into their chronology and look at all of the Deadpool classic stuff when Deadpool was very first initially created, because that web series was Deadpool classic. They were taking it from the comic books. So I don't understand how they're sitting there saying we didn't like how the character was portrayed, but we were being as accurate. They were being as accurate as possible with the character, using the source material that Marvel provides its fans. Whatever. Plus, I mean, if it's a matter of, you know, they didn't like how he was being portrayed because of insinuated sex, or, you know, too much strong language or gratuitous violence, then why is it that the Deadpool video game literally just got an R rating because of strong language, violence, and sexual content? Pot, meet the kettle. So this is where I'm bitter. I'm bitter with Marvel in how they have treated their fan base regarding this, because we're all fans. We do things to show these companies that we love these characters. We do it with fan films, fan fiction, fan art on DeviantArt. We do it through cosplay. We do this by any means possible to pay homage to these characters that they've created. And they want to sit there and shit all over the fans that are still paying money. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. You know, luckily, I do not work for Blinky Productions, so I can say what I want. Nerd rage is over. Oh, goodness. Trying to think if there's anything else noteworthy of saying. I mean, it's been a really crazy month, like, in real life. and then work life. Like, time is my enemy. I have no time for anything. I have neglected my comic book reviews on Following the Nerd because of all the time that's being consumed with like Nerd Herders or real life or the blogging, and then missing the vlogging. It's like, if I could have like 2 more hours in the day every day before bed, I'd be fine. And I'm trying my best to relax and pace myself with everything so that I don't get the multi-day migraines that I'm so used to, because I really do not need it to turn into an aneurysm. So one day I'll pick it all up and everything will be fine. In the meantime, I want you to check out the following pages on Facebook: the Foxy Recommended Things. I want you to go check out Spin Dash Reviews and the Bro Gamers. Foxy approves. Also, go to HSL Photography on Facebook.com, because he is going to be at the Asbury Park Comic Con on March 30th, and he is going to be selling 8x10s and such of the photographs that he's taken of cosplayers. Moi, my phone just went off. Moi included, as either Codex or the DDs from Batman Beyond. So go to facebook.com/HSL Photography and go to the album that says For Your Consideration and like the pictures that you would be most inclined to purchase. I guess this is where I shamelessly plug myself. So, you can friend request me on Facebook right here. Let it be known, if you friend request me, I set up an event page for Nerd Herders every Wednesday night, and I will send you an invite. If you don't want it, that is absolutely fine. You know, but if you're into cool nerdy things, you might want to give the Nerd Herders a listen. We are on every Friday night at 9 p.m. www.blogtalkradio.com/DreamElite. We also have a new Facebook page, the official Nerd Herders radio page. It's facebook.com/nerdherdersradio. You can follow me on Twitter at VivaFoxyFoxy. If you have a Twitter and a Facebook, then either pick one, because my accounts are both synced, so you'll be seeing the same thing twice. Obviously, this is my channel. Subscribe, share, have fun. Sharing is caring. I write a blog every Wednesday. I update it with just random whatever. It's vivafoxyfoxy.blogspot.com. Right now, that's it. Be sure to check out www.followingthenerd.com. I have my older comic book reviews on there. New ones will be to come, I promise. And you can also check Nerd Herders Radio on that as well. And that's it, I believe. I had so much to talk about, and I'm like, I think it's all the hair dye. I just recently dyed all the purple and the red, so I think it's all the fumes, and it's like, nah. Okay, guys. I promise I will be back to my weekly schedule with vlogging and videos. Actually, next weekend, all the Nerd Herders are going to be in the house, because we are going to be recording a video for my YouTube channel, because everybody and their mother is telling us to make a Harlem Shake video, but I got a better idea. So we're going to be doing that next week. In the meantime, have a great week. Bye.